This is another live video after a long time. I thought to come live. Hope you guys will join me. And today we will discuss what are the main mistakes usually, and even if you are on advanced level, sometimes we made some mistakes that are that cause our project to not look neat finish and all these things. So we discuss all things. So if you are here, please just send me a message or just at least press a like button so we can start discussing our today's topic. I'm doing this live because I want to interact with you people. So if any question, anything, you can ask me during the live. So we will discuss almost 12 mistakes that usually we do as a seamstress. And so if you are here, just let me know so we can start our today's topic. And let me also share my video uh, with my Facebook community as well, so they can also join. And so my main aim is to start with the beginner and then go to the different design. Usually for advanced designs I also use my basic pattern, and then I show you how you can turn your basic patterns to the advanced designs. So if any design, anything you want to learn, you can also share that as well. So I just a link on my Facebook. Now we can start today's video. So basically um, the mistake we usually do is the number one I want to discuss is usually we use wrong size needle. Believe me or not, this is a very important mistake, and usually even myself, because I don't have much time to change every needle or different stuffs, but it causes us some trouble while we are stitching, because chiffon and lightweight fabrics need more thin needles, while the fabrics like jeans type of stuffs, they need a little thicker needle. And for knit we need a needle that is a little rounder type of edge, that is also called ball point needle. So every time you have to at least look at a chart for the basic needles, so you can avoid this type of mistakes, especially if you are working type of like professional work, semi-professional from home, and you are doing for some clients. So you need to make that project very professional way. So that's why you have to know correct needle size. Usually for myself, I'm using for only my dresses, I'm stitching only my dresses. So what is, I if my needle is giving me trouble, so instead of changing that, I just use some tips and tricks. Like if I am working with chiffon or light fabric, I just put a piece of paper underneath the fabric. So that's how I manage. But it's a good that every time if you use a proper needle for the proper fabric. Hope you get my point. So this was first mistake that we usually do. And the second thing is that we use the old needle. So usually we change needle only when it break. So a very common habit. So sometimes what happens that by looking, you feel that your needle is okay, but actually the edge of that needle is not as sharp as here, because it maybe hit some of your embellishment or some buttons, so the edge is not very sharp, or with the time also it become so that's why you have to change your needle. It depend the frequency of your use. Guys, please just let me know in comment that if my voice is clear. So you need to change very often your needle. That is very good thing, and I give you a time frame that within this time frame you need to change. But the thing is that it depends on the frequency. If you are working for the clients and all these things, obviously you need to change it more. And if you are using only like once in a week or something, so it depends according to that. Hope you get my point. So changing needle is also very important. First point was that a proper needle size. The second thing is we need it very often. This is very small thing, but believe me, it change your swing game. Okay, so any question you can ask me. Okay, so the third and the most important thing is that I consider that especially beginners struggle with that point, that is tension. This is, and especially beginners struggle. So this is again a very important point. You can adjust your tension. I also did a video about these tension struggles. You can check in my that how to fix the machine problems. But here we are generally discussing the common problems, common mistakes, that we do, and we get the wrong results. So now the third point is, I think we just discussed the third point. Now the fourth is that also the skip, and that is not pressing your seams. Okay, so I focus on this point while I'm teaching my student, that you have to make it like your second nature when you are doing the stitching, because the main difference between a domestic made dress and a tailor made dress is that tailor always on their iron. They press each and while they are giving you their your dress, they also give you after pressing. It's not they really doing something. It's because they want their the project very neat finish. So every time you stitch a finish, you have to press it properly. I will make a again a complete tutorial how you can press different seams, because there are some curved seam, there is armhole, so each thing need to be pressed. But in most of my tutorial you can see that I add some at least some to the pressing part, so you can see that how I press my seams by pressing. Sometimes there is some gathers or something, so we can manage that by just pressing. So this is very important thing that you don't have to skip. Okay, then the fifth mistake is that good iron. So that is very important. And guys, at least just press a thumbs up button, so I know that you are here. Okay, so we just the pressing, and after that you need the proper temperature, you need proper ironing, and after that you need is and so because there are different type of stuffs like synthetic, silk, wool, cotton, linen, then there is different type of stuff requires different temperature. To learn that as well. Okay, and then the sixth thing that made your project very ordinary, and it will I mean is not good, is that you do not finish your inseams early. Recently I think uh, tomorrow, or maybe day after, before tomorrow, no, sorry, I already uploaded a video about that as well. You can check in my playlist. You can check in that playlist, that is the swing mistakes, swing tips and tricks. So you can add swing tips and trick, that how to finish your edges for usually you need to finish your seam this overlock machine. But if you don't have this overlock machine, you can use your this normal, and make sure that you make your projects in the breaks. Okay, so there is rule of every on a half hour you have to take at least 15-minute breaks, and maybe you can continue on the next day, or if you want to finish on the same day, at least 10 to 15 minutes break and then continue, because the sitting for so long also make you tired, and you have the back aches and all these things you will experience. So it will make your swing fun, is something that will destroy your health. So focus on this point as well. So I also try to make my try to make this habit, that I but obviously with small kid it's a natural breaks I got, but this is a very important thing, that you need breaks. Okay, so the point is poor choice of fabric, and this is so important, because with the same pattern, same size, and everything, the look will be different, your dress look will be different only by different choice of fabric. And you can't make the same pattern with the linen, or with, as well with the jeans, because the draping is different, the fall is different. So you need to think about the final project, and if you are using a ready-made pattern, then you need to follow their direction, what fabric they suggest for this special type of dress design. Otherwise, if you make you use the different stuff, the look will final fall and all these things, you can't expect thing. Hope you get my point. So selection of fabric is very important. If it's a drapey dress, like some falls and all these things, if it's a coat or jacket type of thing, so you need to ask for fabric very carefully. Okay guy, I'm not getting your any question, anything. Sorry if someone comment here, or but I can't see. So please at least press a thumbs up button, so I know that you are here. Okay, so now that was our 8 point. After that we are more 9 point. Okay, so and this is a very common thing, that you use the same scissor for the cut the fabric, and also same time if you are using paper pattern on all these things, so you cut the paper on the same fabric, same scissors. And believe if you have a very sharp scissor, you can see the difference, your edges, your finishing of your cutting is totally different. So make sure that I do most of the time I hide my scissors from my family. Okay, so actually was a scissor that I had before. Now you can see rip for this scissor. You can see how hardly it's opening and closing, because my family used this for the glue and all these things. So that's how it is not cutting correctly. Okay, so it is not giving your the smooth edges. So it's very important your scissor is very sharp, and you yeah, if it's like other family members are there, so you need the pre-wash or pre-soak. Some people do is like they just put it in the machine and dry it. So but usually my method is just soak your soak your fabric for, sorry guys, I have kids, so you can the noises. Okay, so soak your fabric and at least a half hour to 1 hour, so they shrink. And after that you have to dry it in a you can say in a sun, that otherwise their color will fade. And after that you need to press it, and then your fabric is the cutting and all these things. Don't skip this point if you are going to wear your final product. Okay, other the fabric will shrink. And not all fabrics are like, if it's silk or georgette it will not shrink, so you can go directly on the cutting and all these things, no problem. Okay, now the steps and the final mistake. We do not clean our sewing machine. You say that, no, I'm cleaning my sewing machine regularly. Okay, but see, did you ever check your here? Even on my machine you can see I very often, still you can see there is a bulk of this thread, this thing, so you have to remove all this part and you need to clean, because sometimes, especially if you are beginner, your machine in this part of your machine there are a lot of are here, and it will give more sound to your machine, and obviously it's affect your so hope you guys like this video. Please at least a thumbs up, and if you are first time here, please don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and please give me your feedback. And thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.